Very good evening and a warm welcome to the Buddhist Mahaviharas Facebook page. We are going live this evening on our Dhammadana series, and today we have also a very distinguished speaker. This Bhante actually was with us last Sunday, and Bhante has graciously consented to be with us again today, this evening, on a Friday evening. So before we start, this Bhante will actually, let me just tell you that he'll be talking on basically two things. One is the five rare things in this world, and he'll be also touching on the Vajjiputta Sutta as well in the discourse. Sometime during this 1 hour that he'll spend time with us. So let me bring Bante into the studio. Invite Bante. Good. Wait a minute. Unmute your mic. Good evening, Bante. All welcome to Buddhist
Good
Mahaviharas
evening. Welcome.
Facebook page. We are going live this evening. So for those of you who are not familiar with Bhante Dr. Gunasoma, let me quickly read his profile so that you know a little bit about this Bhante and his background. Bhante Dr. Uruwewa Gunasoma Thera is a Sri Lankan Buddhist monk. He is currently the visiting lecturer at the Department of Sanskrit of the Buddhist and Pali University of Sri Lanka. He's also the Pirivena teacher of Panyudaya Maha Pirivena in Nugegoda, Colombo. Bhante Dr. Gunasoma Thera has a BA in Sanskrit and also an MA, Masters in Sanskrit, from the Buddhist and Pali University of Sri Lanka. Bhante also has a Masters in Sanskrit from Banaras Hindu University from Varanasi in India. Bhante obtained his PhD in Sanskrit from the Sri Jayawardhanapura University in Sri Lanka. So that is Bhante's profile. So we will now proceed to inviting Bhante to start this evening's Dhamma sharing entitled The Five Rare Things in the World. Bhante?
Okay, thank you. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Wealthy One, the Supremely Enlightened One. Dear faithful devotees, today also we are going to listening and discuss another Dhamma talk. Before fetching the Dhamma normally, I would like to give a Dhamma admonition. So today I present one stanza in Alavaka Sutta as my Dhamma admonition. You know, the Supreme Buddha wanted the house of young Yaksa commander, young Yaksa general in Alavaka. His name is Alavaka. Actually, he is a Yaksa general and also is a very young person. So, but never and ever the Yaksa commander haven't to or had to invited to Buddha for him home. But this time, without any invitation, without any invited, Buddha went to his home. At that time, he wasn't his home. He had left the home for another purpose. He go out from his home for doing another work. in any place. The Supreme Buddha preached the Dhamma to those at home on that time. But the young Yaksa general or Yaksa command of Alavaka received this message. What is it? Lord Buddha or Supreme Buddha had came to his home and preached to his sometime parents, sometime wife and uh, childs, or sometime any other servants. However, he got a message from another one. The Supreme Buddha came to his home and preached to Dhamma to those in the home. He was free. He was furious because he never invited to Supreme Buddha to home, and also he never agreed with Supreme Buddha's doctrine. That's why he got angry. You know that Alavaka Yakka or Alavaka command uh, always attractive to kills any creatures, but Supreme Buddha preached from his doctrine, don't kill any creatures. That's why he don't like to Supreme Buddha's coming in that home. So he immediately came to home and he saw the Supreme Buddha is preaching the Dhamma to those in the home. So he came and see what when the Buddha preached them Dhamma without his permission. He immediately ordered the Lord Buddha to leave the home. He got angry when they saw the Buddha in sat and preached the Dhamma on his own home. That's why he immediately ordered to please, Reverend Sir, go out. Don't tell any words. You should go out. You must go out. The Supreme Buddha didn't haven't tell any word, and he go out. Supreme Buddha came out of the home without a word. Going a little further, the Alavaka Yaksa general or Alavaka young Alavaka Yaksa commander thought, I didn't invite to him my home. He came by himself. Then I should punish him. That's why he again told to Buddha, please, Reverend, come back to my home. Now Buddha is coming back to home and sat down in the chair. That time, second time, the commander of Alavaka or Alavaka Yaksha told Supreme Buddha, please, Reverend, go out. Supreme Buddha went out again. In this way, the Supreme Buddha come and out of the home 6 times. He go outside 3 times, and also he comes in the home 3 times. Now 6th time he ordered to Lord Buddha, so Supreme Buddha, to go out and come in. Finally, 4th time he told, please go out. Supreme Buddha told at that time, no, I am not going now. I am not going out now. If you can do anything, do it. I am not put a one step, at least one step out of your home. You must you can do anything for me, please do it. At this time, young Yaksa general or demon general in Alavaka, actually Alavaka Yaksa is no angry and he has nothing to do now. That's why Buddha told to him, I am not going one step of your home. Then can you do anything? Do it. Actually, it is a very important lesson to our life. It is when we are doing some work in this society and some of growth, that kind of situation we will have to face. On that time, how we can manage of that situation. That lesson taught us Supreme Buddha on that time. We know how to talk to someone when they are angry. So according to Buddhism, it taught us some important facts that can solve a problem. There are some words in according to Buddhist philosophy. The first word is arochana. The first thing is arochana. It means express idea with others. Express idea with others. It means we should told our faults to who very familiar to us. It would be relief if we could tell a close friend about our mistakes. We can also slow our problems. So, if you want to tell your faults or someone, you should choose a right person for that things or for that job or matter. Otherwise, the problem will continue to grow. You know, as in an Upasampada Bhikkhu, it's mean higher ordinary monks had woke up in the morning and says what they have done since last night till this morning. That is one of order of Supreme Buddhas. Higher ordinary monks have to correct even the smallest mistakes he has made. That is how we can correct our mistakes with the help of the pen, help of the friends. The second word is Arnishabd. It's coming in Sanskrit terms. Arnishabd. Ar means noble or great. Nishabd means silence. You know, when we are live in this society, sometimes a lot of problem come into our life. Problems come into the life of our loved ones or our family members. So there is no one in this world without problem. Therefore, some small problems that are common in our lives. Some small incident should not be taken as a big problem. We can solve a problem by quietly looking at some problems. Changing the environment is the good medicine for it. Changing the environment is which we live, and changing the people and place we associate with. I think it is a good decision for ignore our some problem. For example, you may remember incident that what happened in city of Kosambi in India during the time of the Supreme Buddha. There was a minor dispute between two groups of Vinayadhara and Dharmadhara monks. Vinayadhara means who are following Supreme Buddha's canon law hardly and they every moment preach and following those rules end of their life. That is called for them Vinayavadi. Once, when the Buddha was in Kosambi in India, who following Vinaya of rule of Buddhas and went to the washroom and saved some water in used water jug. After a while, Dharmadhara monk went to use the washroom. He saw some water in jug. He immediately started accusing the Vinayavadi monks, representing him of this matter. So, these minor issues eventually become major issues. That is why Buddhism explained that our silence is important. That means there are some issues that we need to tolerate in silence. The third point is justification. There are some things we all have in common. So, when someone at home has a problem, they should not isolate it from society and home members. What happened to you today and it will happen to many people in tomorrow. Then we should always follow the matter. I mean, that justification is any problem when we happen in any time. The next thing is compliance exhibition. It can solve a problem. You may remember the Prince Nanda could not meditate because of beautiful princess Sundari. After the Supreme Buddha saw the Apsara, mean ladies of gods or divine Apsara to Prince Nanda, he forgot his problem and turned to meditate. That is important things for this our life. The next thing is compound exhibition. The Supreme Buddha used the followed this methodology on the young Yaksa general of Alavaka or young Yaksa Alavaka. That is why the angry young Alavaka commander or young Alavaka came forward to ask questions of the Supreme Buddha. One of the questions he asked was how can a person become a good, important and virtuous person in this social life? So uh, now the baby is at home as alone. At time, a snake who had gone close come to the house. The Mongols fought with the snake and saved his brother. He killed the snake and went towards Brahmi with a bloodied face to show his skill. When she brought the pot of water, she saw a mongoose with the bloody mouth. She thought, my child must have bitten this mongoose. Without checking, without searching, she threw the water in its head. The mongoose dies right there. When she returned home, she saw his boy as sleeping on the bed and body of snake there. That's when she realized that her mistake is bad. That is why we emphasize the importance of vigilance in relation to the world vichakkano. This is my Dhamma admonition today. Then we should care what we are doing and how we are living in this society. Today, I am going to explain the Vajjiputta Sutta in the Anguttara Nikaya as the topic of my sermon. So, uh, one day, Ajasatta thought, aggress, or invaded Lichavi kingdom. Before that war, he thought, this time I should ask from the Supreme Buddha when I go to the war, and if I can win this war. Then one of the minister name of Vasakar sent to the Supreme Buddha and go and ask, I can be, go and ask to Buddha for ask that when will win or not do any fight with Lichavi. So when the Buddha had heard the Brahmanas or ministers' word, he go and ask from Buddha what they said from to him by Ajasatta. He did not say anything to him, but entered into the dialogue with Venerable Ananda, because that time Venerable Ananda beside from the Buddha. He said, Supreme Buddha asked from Venerable Ananda, Ananda, do the Vajji princes hold meetings frequently? Do they have meetings many times? What have you heard? That time, Venerable Ananda Thero replied to Supreme Buddha, Venerable Sir, I have heard that the Vajji princes hold meetings frequently and that they have meetings many times. So Buddha started to say the fact of growth, none decline for anyone or any person in any time. The first thing mentioned by Lord Buddha as Ananda. So as long as Vajji princes assemble frequently and have many meetings, they are bound to prosper. There is no reason for their decline. Frequent meetings mean 3 or many meetings every day. They have meetings many times, means never skipping a day without meetings. The advantage of the frequent meeting is the fresh information is always forthcoming for the eight direction. If up-to-date information is not forthcoming, unrest at remote places and borders arise mind to unnoticed at the capital. So also breach of law and order in the country might not to be duly reported, if no prompt action is taken against lawless elements, this will be taken as laxity on the part of those in authority, and the law and order situation will deteriorate. There is a sure way of decline for rules. So this is the first fact who growth non-decline. When we should always do many meetings as the Society of Buddhist Mahavihar or group of members of there, then you able to reach your aim what you join with Buddhist Mahavihar. The second fact of the growth, non-decline for anyone or anytime in anywhere. Supreme Buddha asks again from the Ananda, Venerable Ananda. Ananda, do the Vajra princes assemble of harmony, and do they disperse in harmony? Do they act in harmony in discharging their duties in the affairs of the Vajra country? What have you heard? That time, Ananda, Venerable Ananda Thero replied to Lord Supreme Buddha, Venerable Sir, I have heard that the Vajra princes assemble in harmony, the disperse in harmony, and that they act in harmony in discharging their duties in the affairs of the Vajji's country. Ananda, so long as the Vajji princes assemble the disperse in harmony and act in harmony in discharging their duties in the affairs of the Vajji country, they are born to prosper. There is no reason for their decline. To assemble an harmony means never appearing late at the appointed hour of meeting on any excuse. When the time for the meeting is announced by going or by bell, all turn up in time, leaving aside whatever activities they may be agreed in. If one happens to be taking his meal, he must have the table at once in the middle of his meal. If one happens to be dressing himself up, he must attend the meetings, even though not fully dress up yet. To disperse is harmony means leaving the meeting chamber all the same time after the meeting has concluded. If some have left the meeting chamber and others were to remain, the ones who have gone might harbor suspicion against those who remain, with the uneasy thought that they stay behind the makes important decision behind their back. This sort is suspicion. Speculation is poisonous for the rule's mind. That is the second fact of growth, non-decline. What is the third one? Supreme Buddha again asks from the Venerable Ananda. Ananda, do Vajji princes abstain from enacting ordinances that have not been enacted previously? And do they abstain from revoking what has been enacted previously? And do they follow the time honored Vajji traditional and practices? What have you heard? Reverend Anand replied to Supreme Buddha, Venerable Sir, I have heard that the Vajji princes abstain from enacting ordinances that have not been enacted previously, and that they follow the time honor Vajji traditionals and practice. Anand, as long as the Vajji princes abstain from enacting ordinances that have not been enacted previously, and abstain from revoking what has been enacted previously, and follow the time honor Vajji traditions and practice, they are born to prosper. There is no reason for their decline. Enacting ordinances mean imposing tax and fines. Imposing fresh tax and fines that were not done before, and not revoking traditional tax and fines in an important principle for rules. Following Vajji traditional traditions and practice mean acting in accordance with traditional code of justice. For instance, execution of accused person without trial in the flagrant disregard of traditional and practice. Whenever press, tax and fines are enacted, the people normally resent it. They may even feel that they are pleased, and in the case, they may leave the country in disgust and turn the robbery and crime in remote place, or some of the disconduct lot many join gangs of bandits, cause stripe in out of the way arise, revoking traditional tax and fine will result in loss of revenue. So that is the third one. Uh, what is the fourth one? Fourth factors of growth, non-decline. Again, Ananda addressing by Lord Buddha. Ananda, do Vajji princes treat their elders with courteous regard, deference, and esteem and veneration? And do they consider that the advice of elder people are worth listening to? What have you heard? Venerable Sir, I have heard that the Vajji princes treat their elders with regard, deference, and esteem, veneration, and that they consider the advice of elderly people are worth listening to. And so, as long as the Vajji princes treat their elders with regard, deference, esteem, and veneration, and consider that their advice to elderly people are worth listening to, they are bound to purpose. There is no reason for their decline. Next one, fifth one is What is the fifth one is fifth factors of growth, non-decline. Supreme Buddha asked again from the Anand Theru, Venerable Anand. He say, Venerable Anand, do the Vajji princes refrain from carrying away by force woman and girl and keeping them? What have you heard? Venerable Sir, O Supreme Buddha, I have heard that the Vajji princes do not carry away by force women and girls and keep them. Ananda, so long as the Vajji princes refrain from carrying away by force women and girls and keeping them, they are bound to purpose. There is no reason for their decline. Here, where the rules possibly take away woman or girl without consent, the people will be very angry. They have taken away a mother from our house. They have taken away our girls, whom we have nurtured with such great devotion. They have kept them at the places. People we complain, they will leave the country, go to the remote regions and become criminals themselves, or they may join gangs of bandits and roam the country. This is a case of decline for rules. Where the rules do not possibly take away women and girls and keep them, the people are free from molestation and anxiety, and they go about their usual business, usual job. They contribute to the wealth of the rules. So this train of rules is the factor for the progress. That is the fifth fact of the growth and non-decline to teach to us or any society in this world. Sixth fact is growth, non-decline. Anand, do the Vajji princes hold in respect, reverence, honor, and veneration their traditional signs within and without the city? Do they see it that appropriate offering and oblation are made at those signs as of you without remiss? What have you heard? Venerable Sir, I have heard that the Vajji princes hold in respect, veneration, reverence, honor, and veneration their traditional signs within and without the city. They see to it that appropriated offering and oblation are made at those signs as of yore without remiss. Ananda, so long as the Vajji princes hold the respect, reverence, honor, and veneration their traditional signs within and without the city, and see to it appropriated offering and oblation the made at those sign of as of yore without remissing. They are bound to prosper. There is no reason for their decline. The seventh factors of growth, non-decline. Ananda, do the Vajji princes see to it that Arahat, are given suitable protection and security so that those arahat monk who have not yet visited the Vajji country may go, and so that those arahat who have already arrived may live in the Vajji country in the genial atmosphere. What have you heard, Venerable Sir, Supreme Buddha? I have heard that the Vajji princes make careful provisions for the protection of and security for Arahat, so that those Arahat who have not yet visited the Vajji country may go, and so that those Arahat who have already arrived may live in the Vajji country in a genial atmosphere, Anand, as long as the Vajji princes see to it that Arahat are given suitable protection and security, so that those Arahats who have not yet visited the Vajji country may go, and so that those Arahat. So if they are following this matter, this is bound to purpose. There is no reason for their decline. So after this conversation with Venerable Anand and Supreme Buddha, the Ministry of Vassakara respect to both of them, and he left because he know when the Vajji is following those factors, we can't to win this war against the Vajji. According to Vajjiputta Sutta, that there are 7 factors for everyone for growth and decline, because Supreme Buddha's doctrine relevant any times, any group of society, any kind of people, then we can follow in those matter for our life, for or our life. So now I am going to say as a summarize what are said in this Sutra of Vajji. What kind of matter mentioned of this Sutra? There are 7 factors. The first one, frequent meetings. Second one, assemble and harmony. Enacting ordinance. Regard, defense, esteem and veneration. Refrain from carrying away for face by face women and girls and keeping them. Sixth one, hold in respect, reverence, honor and veneration. They are traditional sign within and without the city. Last one, carefully, previously for the protection of and security for Arahat, so that those Arahat. So my Dhamma talk is enough now. May the Triple Gem bless you all.
Thank you, Bhante. Thank you for an excellent sharing. I'm looking for questions in the comment section. We don't have any questions here today. There are no questions. I think because earlier there was a problem with the internet, so the video and audio was lost for about 5-10 minutes. We had a problem, so I think many people left. But there are still some people, more than 25 people still on the broadcast with us. But there are no questions. Bhante, can we then now proceed to the Anumodana, to conduct the Anumodana to the
Yeah,
Devas and
okay.
also to the daily departed?
Today we conducted the Dhamma sermon about the 7 facts of growth, non-decline. So I suppose that many people attended to the today that Dhamma sermon. So we gain much merit from that work. First of all, we would transfer them into the uh, death who are the suffer God in our life and suffer God in us. May God be well and happy, and may God safeguard our life as well as who lives in the people in the universe with the pandemic, and may God's well and happy. We transfer this merit who death and gone, our parents, our teachers, our any relatives who expected merit from us. May the all transfer this merit, and may they be very comfort on their sansaric journey. Finally, I would like to transfer merit to those who attend today Dhamma sermon, listening to the Dhamma sermon, and organizers, and everyone. May you be well and happy. May all your dreams come and true, and may you be able to safeguard your life due to this pandemic situation, and may this pandemic be vanished very quickly, very soon. So wishing all the best. Finally, we would be able to understand of the supreme list of Nibbana with the power of this meritorious deed. Bhavatu sabba mangalam rakkantu sabba devata sabba buddhanu bhavena sabba dhammanu bhavena sabba sanghanu bhavena sada satti bhavantu te.
Thank you, Bhante. Thank you for conducting the Anumodana. So now we've come to the end of this evening's Dhamma sharing. On behalf of the monks and the Committee of Management of the Buddhist Mahavihara, let me take this opportunity to thank you, Bhante, for taking time off from your busy schedule to be with us last Sunday and today. And we are very grateful for your Dhamma sharing with us. Also thankful to our sponsors for sponsoring this evening's Dhamma sharing, and also to all the devotees who had joined us live here at the Facebook page, and also to those from the TBC and the Thera Buddhist Council of Malaysia who has joined us from their Facebook page as well to listen to Bhante Dr. Gunasoma with regards to the Vajjiputta Sutta. So with that, we've come to the end of this evening's Dhamma sharing. Have a pleasant evening and a good weekend. Sadhu.
Sadhu, Sukhi Hotu.
Sukhi Hotu, Bhante.